Hey guys, Genevieve here to talk to you about our upcoming new moon in the sign of Aries, and this is also going to be a partial solar eclipse. This is tomorrow morning, Friday morning, the 29th, right before 7 a.m. Eastern Time. So let's get right into it. There's actually really not a whole lot going on with this chart, and as I always do, I will share the charts in the comments underneath this video. But it is all good. Like, this is the first pretty chart that we've had, first new or full moon in quite some time, that really doesn't have any negative aspects. Just a minor little thing that has to do with the retrogrades. But this is, come on, guys, even though spring sprang last week, it probably hasn't really felt like it. This is it. This is our new beginning. This is the new year astrologically. This is Aries season, full force, rushing in. This is fire energy. This is passion. Going to talk about, our elements and how weighted they are. First of all, what you do need to know about the body parts associated with Aries is head, teeth, tongue, and arteries, right? So be careful to be extra protective of those areas of your body. They could be sensitive or prone to injury or accident. So take care of yourself. Don't rush too much with this awesome forward moving fiery energy. All right, we have 10 aspects in fire signs, but we also have 10 in water. You'll look at that chart and you'll see we've got it's all Pisces and all Aries on this chart. It's heavily weighted. Few other planets floating out there, some with no aspects at all. We do have 6 in air. And we only have 1 in Earth. So this isn't going to feel heavy. This energy is not going to feel heavy at all. Finally, right? Let's get some movement going. So now my oil blend that I create for this new moon is called Phoenix, because Phoenix is the mythological creature, right? It represents death and rebirth. Death of what? Of the old year. We are burning away, finally, the old year, and we are rising from the ashes to transform our new astrological year with all of this energy from this fiery Aries new moon, and I'm really excited about it. So let's get into this, shall we? So again, with the sun in Aries, this is energy, this is health, courageous feelings, vitality, also a little bit of impatience though, so kind of try to rein that in a little bit, because we're all going to feel it. Moon in Aries, now it's interesting because it's in the same sign. They are conjunct. Sun is conjunct with that moon in Aries. That wants you to slow down a little bit. All right, it's trying to tell you to slow down. There's really no deadline for the goals and the progress, that we want to make. We're going to be making progress toward it, but you can slow down. It's no race to the finish here, okay? Because remember, you will make more mistakes while rushing to get things done. There's very quick thinking and problem solving with this energy, okay? Very good for that. We also have the sun, with the sun being conjunct with the moon in this. Is very easy to express your feelings. The self, the ego, all right, it's self-centered, it's ego-centered energy. What's going on? Me, kind of. Go. Conjunct Mercury, which is also in Pisces, or is also in Aries, is leading creative, artistic, careers, vocalist, performance driven. The only other thing I would caution with this is you want to try to see things from other people's perspective. All right. Don't get so caught up in that me, self-centeredness that you forget to try to take the bird's eye view and from the outside looking into the situation, because what appears to you might not be what it appears to the outside world. Okay. Or what it is might not be what it appears to the outside. All right. So now with Mercury in Aries, we are acting and speaking without thinking. Very quick moving energy again, and very active mind. But just remember that, take that caution with that moon in Aries to slow down. Goals do take time. It doesn't all have to be done in a day. Rome wasn't built in a day, neither was the United States, and neither is this big, huge goal that you are putting down the root work for now, okay? So slow down. It'll get done. One step at a time. All right? Now, we again have our Sun with that conjunction. It's also conjunct Neptune and Pisces, which leads to imagination, intuition, but could lead to a lack of structure and order. So just caution yourself against that. And the Sun is also sextile Pluto in Aquarius, which is going to lend to some clear decisiveness, quick decisive energy. But there is a stubbornness to this, and there's also a little bit of secretive energy. But very strong will to get those goals knocked out, right? Now, we have the moon. Again, we talked about the moon in Aries. But this is also, conjunction with Mercury in Aries. So this is definitely probably our most harmonious aspect right here. This is leading to our clear thinking. This is leading to our goals getting done, being able to communicate clearly, quickly, quick wit, intelligence, our desires, our goals. Okay. But there is a tendency to gossip under this energy. So caution yourself against that, right? No good thing ever comes from that. So now we have also a conjunction with the moon and Neptune being in Pisces in its elements, right? This lends a little bit to a self-sacrificing energy. We want you to be cautioned against being taken advantage of at this time because of the self-sacrifice. But this is an energy to really, hone in on your perceptions, feel the vibrations, trust them, trust your gut at this time, okay? And we have a sextile here with Pluto. So this is also going to lend to that clear self-expression, problem solving, but can be a little bit quarrelsome energy because, there is absolute desire to express your thoughts and opinions very clearly and forcefully to get across to other people. And you really don't care if you pick a fight about it. So maybe try to tone that down. Also, tone down any tendency to be controlling of others and using emotions to manipulate others at this time, all right? There's also could be a very intense climactic experiences with people with very close relationships with their mothers under this new moon, all right? So then we have... Again, Mercury is retrograde. Mercury retrograde, throwing everything all out of whack once again. Retrograde in Aries, but it will eventually retrograde back into Pisces. So again, this is going to be the most challenging. This one and our Venus retrograde in Pisces, kind of our most challenging aspect of this full new moon, but it's challenging only in the fact that you're going to have to go back over some territory that you just recently went through. But it's an opportunity to actually go back and fix that, to reconcile it. Okay. So it's the biggest challenge, but it's really not that much of a challenge because this was something that was so recent, so fresh. You have a little bit of perspective now. Use this new moon to clear the air, figuratively, literally, sage away, and then get back to the work of going back through that and working it through and resolving it once and for all. Okay, this energy is perfect for that. Mercury is... Again, it's going to be conjunct Venus. So this is going to bring the mental balance, ease of self-expression, rational, though to the point of almost being unable to express your feelings. So there's an issue with that. Go back and figure out how to express yourself better under this energy. There is also a conjunction with Saturn in Pisces. So this is leading to systematic and persistent attention to detail, really great for goal beginnings, new beginnings, okay? However, there is a tendency to distrust your own abilities and distrust your instincts at this time, your natural gifts. Stop doing that. Stop doing that. This is the time to just put a line under that and let that go, because trust and believe you are doing the right thing. All right? And then, so we want to, There's also a conjunction with Neptune in Pisces. Now, again, Neptune is in its element in Pisces. This lends to mystic abilities and a sensitivity. And there is a way, and for some placements, some people with these heightened in their chart really actually are better solvers when they're able to escape from reality a little bit, escape into fantasy a little bit. That's where they work out that's the mental gymnastics, right? Instead of physically playing, but mentally playing enough to be able to get your brain to see things from a different perspective. So that is going to actually help with this energy as well. There is also a little bit of difficulty, though, is coping or dealing with practical matters under this energy. So don't get too lost into that fantasy world, right? So part of this is what I feel is there's a little struggle here, right? We are in Aries season. We are going into this new moon in this new astrological year full force with the Aries. Pisces is having a little hard time letting go of that. Let go, Pisces. It's time to move on. All right. So next up, we have that sextile to Pluto. So this is going to, again, lead to some strong will and opinions, varied interests, mostly in the fields of magic, psychology, but also mathematics, physics. And this leads to people learning the truths and being very persuasive, convincing others of this truth, okay? Now we have Venus retrograde in Pisces. And again, this is what I was talking about. We're rehashing, going back over this energy a little bit. This is great for universal love and self-expression, being a little bit softer, sensitive, vulnerable, but also with a little tendency to have issues in personal relationships, since the focus is so much on the universal love. And just a reminder, you can't get everything, all of your needs met in one person, nor is it fair to them or you to try to force that. So be sure to expand your social circle, expand your intellectual circle, expand your interests away from your partner if you are partnered up, okay? Now, we have that conjunct Mercury, which we already talked about. We also have a trine with Mars in Cancer. So, again, Cancer doesn't really like being in Mars, but when Venus is in Pisces, this is probably the best possible position for them to be in. There is definitely lends to considerate, kind energy with this. Many friends, time to relax, enjoy time with your friends, and creative energies, right? The conflict between Venus and Mars is kind of calmed down with this finally, right? So we can kind of be a little bit more harmonious with one another. There is an opposition, or I'm sorry, a conjunction with Saturn and Pisces, which can make it difficult to form relationships initially because of the intense nature of the emotion, right? But very faithful once you actually do. Okay, so any new relationships, especially romantic relationships formed under this new moon energy, it's going to be lasting. It's going to be strong. You can trust it. Neptune, also, like I said, have the Neptune, and it's conjunct with Neptune and Pisces. This also highlights romance, but putting your partner on a pedestal to the point of maybe forgetting that they're actually human. They actually have faults. They actually are flawed, as we all are, and maybe getting a little disheartened from time to time about that. But really, like, you need to cut your partner some slack. You need to cut yourself some slack. Aries energy wants you to just push through all that, okay? Now, with Mars in Cancer, again, we talked about Mars doesn't like really being in Cancer here, but that sextile or that trine with Venus is really softening that. There's also a trine with Saturn and Pisces and Mars. So this is going to lead to that tireless work, entrepreneurial spirit. The Aries energy is going to help with that tireless, just constant, like, let's just get it. However, in this position, this energy is telling you don't really take a lot of risks, okay? Your stability is in the work. the one foot in front of the other, and it makes it easier to deal with your obstacles and challenges. Okay. Now we have a trine with Uranus, a sextile with Uranus and Taurus. So this highlights careers in athletics, in the construction field. It's great for performers of all kinds. Again, be on the lookout, though, for getting too sucked into extremist thinking and movements at this time. All right. Jupiter is still in Gemini. And again, this highlights learning, travel, study overseas, journalism, medicine, careers. But there aren't really any aspects going on with Jupiter. So the opportunity is there, but it's not. This energy is all hard work. This is not luck. Isn't really having anything to do with this. This is all you have worked through all of the lessons of the previous year. And Aries is like, no, this ain't luck. This is hard work. This is determination. This is passion. This is fire. This is doing it and getting it done and reaping the rewards, right? So Saturn is still in Pisces again. This is also, we want to balance our own needs with the needs of others versus the needs of others. And again, we have the conjunction with Mercury and Venus and the trine with Mars. We also have a sextile with Uranus. This is going to lend to your practical skills, originality, and inventiveness, and really working on developing your innate abilities, skills you already have that you already know. You want to highlight just developing them, making them stronger, working with them. It's not a bad thing at all to try to learn something new, but stick with your foundation, what you know, and then springboard from that. Okay. And again, Neptune is in, so we do have one little bit of a challenge, but again, it depends. And this is also depends on your personal chart. What's more prominent in your chart, Saturn or Neptune? Because there is a conjunction with Saturn and Neptune here that can go one of two ways. And again, it's going to depend where they fall in your personal chart. But, you can use your imagination, that vivid Piscean imagination, you can learn to control it and use it constructively to get your goals done, and that's if Saturn is more prominent, or if you have Neptune too prominent in your chart, you might encounter a lot of frustration because your vivid fantasies, like nothing realistic is going to fulfill that for you. You're too caught up in what could be and getting frustrated because the reality nowhere matches what you had thought the fantasy was. Okay. So again, that's up to your own personal chart, and certainly contact me if you want me to do your chart. I can let you know where all that is. Now, again, Neptune's still in Pisces, so this is idealistic, religious, and again, prayer not for a specific outcome, but it needs to be sincere and spontaneous, okay? For that long-lasting, peacemaking, global scale stuff that we talked about with Pluto and Aquarius, which, again, it's still sextile that. And then freedom and the eccentricity of Pluto and Aquarius, all right? So, again, to highlight, we're already at almost 20 minutes. Sorry, guys. This is just the way that it is. So, there's no aspect really whatsoever, no aspect to Lilith in Virgo or Jupiter in Gemini. This energy, and if you look at the impact chart, you'll see what I mean, is going to be a little difficult for Capricorns, Libras, and Cancers. It's going to be mostly positive for Aquarius, Sag, and Leos, and Geminis. And it's going to be kind of indifferent, or it could go either way for Pisces, Virgo, Scorpio, and Taurus, all right? And again, the whole theme of this is the Phoenix, the transformation, burn away the old energy, the old year, the old astrological year, rise from the ashes into this new astrological year with the energy of the Aries fire behind you, just the ram. Let's get her done, honey. And again, the only real negative is the retrogrades in this chart, but that's just an opportunity. It's something so recent and very minor. It's an opportunity just to go back and fix what didn't work, rework what didn't work. It's probably just a little minor tweak by the looks of this chart. Fix it, then it's done, and then move forward. Let's all move forward. All right, guys. Have a great weekend. Enjoy this energy. Don't forget to diffuse my Phoenix blend. Don't forget to sage. Don't forget to meditate. Write down your goals. Get real with it, because spring has sprang, boo. We'll talk soon. Bye.